Hey everybody, it's Queen Horror, and before I get started, I just wanted to give a shout out to a couple people. Thanks to Creepy Puppy Pasta for retweeting my video, and thank you to Shownuff for commenting, being the first person to comment on my Scary Stories from Reddit 2 video. Thank you both, and I hope that anybody else who's listening is gonna be happy. Sometimes it pays to have a script. If anybody has a scary story that you would like me to read, then go ahead and send that to queenhorror66@gmail.com. No caps, no spaces. And go ahead and follow me on Twitter. And enjoy. This was in 2010. I had just had my baby and was on maternity leave. I was a young mom. I was 21 at the time. We had just bought our first house, this is important, and my boyfriend was working ridiculous hours, leaving around 6 a.m. and was rarely home before 10:30 p.m. On this particular night, he hadn't come home and it was nearing 11 p.m. Sitting with my baby on my lap and my dog Belle, a beautiful Aussie Shepherd, I heard a knock at the door. This is where I made a big mistake. Holding my newborn, I walked straight up to the door and opened it. I was expecting my boyfriend to be there and didn't bother asking who it was. Standing there was an older man, maybe in his 50s, balding and average built. He seemed caught off guard and wouldn't stop staring at my baby. He introduced himself as my next door neighbor. This immediately made me uncomfortable. We had just moved in and I'd met the neighbors on both sides. On either side was young couples buying their first house. There was no older man in either house. I took a step back, and the man started to shift and randomly started asking me if my TV reception was bad. I'm too nice. I felt alarm bells, but I was too concerned about being polite. At this point, my dog Belle ran up to the door. She ignored the man at the door and looked a bit further down the road, and she started to growl. She never did this. I looked in the direction she was looking and saw the figure of a man hiding behind a tree. I couldn't make out anything, and it was too dark, but I did see the tip of a cigarette light up when the tree man took a drag. I looked back up at the man at my door and put two and two together. I said I didn't know anything about the TV reception, but that my boyfriend would, and he was just upstairs. I shut the door and locked it. I ran around the house checking all the locks. I think I was saved because this creep had some form of morals and didn't want to attack a woman. They could have also been deterred by my dog. If it wasn't for Belle, I wouldn't have seen the man hiding in the darkness, and I may have continued the conversation, allowing the creep to get over his initial shock. I never called the cops because I am a fool. So, neighbor and your random friend hiding behind the tree of darkness, let's not meet. Again. This just happened about an hour ago. I live with my boyfriend and 3 other housemates in a house/apartment on top of the nail salon. So, to enter and exit our house, we have to go up and down stairs through the front and back doors. I was staying up late tonight writing a paper for school. My boyfriend had already gone to sleep and I didn't want to bother him, so I just went to do my work in the kitchen. Now, the kitchen is between the front and back doors, connected by a long, narrow hallway. My other housemate generally stayed up late too. One of them, whose room was closest to the front door, had just fed his cat and said goodnight to me 5 minutes before 3 a.m. Around 3 a.m., I heard a door open and I thought it was my housemate who had just said goodnight to me. I thought he forgot something or he couldn't sleep, so he just opened the door to come back into the kitchen. I peeped my head into the hallway to talk to him, but instead I was greeted by a middle-aged dude in a dark hoodie walking quietly up the stairs in front of my door. Freaking out, I said, "Hello?" The dude stammered and responded, "Am I at the right house?" I said, "Probably not. What's the address you're looking for?" He responded, I'm going to the nail salon." I then replied, "Yeah, you're at the wrong place. The nail salon is downstairs." Everyone is sleeping, so the halls are dark. The only light is coming from the kitchen where I was working. I couldn't see him clearly, but I was in the light. He could probably see me clearly. Now, mind you, I am tired. Very tired. Only moments after he left, it finally hit me. Why did he ask if this was the right house if he was going to the nail salon? Why was he walking up the stairs quietly in a dark hoodie? And the nail salon is closed at 3 a.m. Obviously, one of my housemates left the doors unlocked, as me and my boyfriend never go through the front doors. But how did he expect to easily open the doors to a nail salon at 3 a.m.? Or if the front doors were locked, did he have a key? With whatever's happening, it's been a year now. It chills me to the bone just thinking about it. It started when I was about 14. At first it was nothing. I was always just shrugging it off like it was nothing until about 6 months ago. It started out as someone watching me or giving me little notes asking me if I liked neighbors. It was creepy, I know. It was once a week. That's when I started to get texts daily asking me the same thing over and over. They would stop whenever I asked them who they were. I started to feel a bit scared. I shrugged most of it off, but that didn't help. Now it's gotten worse to the point where someone follows me. I would always look behind me walking home from school, and I would notice someone standing at a crosswalk. I didn't know that they were following me until I had looked back a few months ago. I hadn't seen the person since then up till a few days ago. I saw the same person, but they were following me from the other side of the street. I got home as quickly as I could. It turns out that my stalker is my neighbor. I was a bit scared, and I would stay up in my room until the lights were off next door. I have been staying up late because it hasn't stopped yet. I've made multiple reports to the police. I've been closing my curtains every night, but I'm still getting stalked. It's started to scare me, and I've begged my mom over and over again to move, but she keeps saying no. Hey guys, I hope you all enjoyed that, and to give you a quick update, I might have a stalker of my own, so I don't know, maybe I'll be narrating my own scary story on here. So today, there was this person who lightly tapped on my door, and somehow I heard it from the back of the house. And I walked up to the door and saw a young woman standing there, looked to be in her 20s, around my age, and I thought, she seems innocent enough, so I opened the door like an idiot! Anyway, she's like, "Can I come in?" And I'm like, "Do I know you?" And she's like, "No, can I come in?" And I'm like, "I don't know you. I'm so confused right now. Are you hiding from someone?" I thought that maybe she was running from like her abusive boyfriend or something and she needed help. Like, I understand, alright? I understand if somebody needs help, I'm gonna help them. But she looked like maybe she was high on drugs or something. I don't know. But it was kind of starting to creep me out. So I kept asking her if I knew her, and she was then like, "You're such a terrible actress." And I'm like, "I'm so confused right now." And then she walks away, mumbling something under her breath. I don't know what she said, but I'm kind of scared. I don't know what to do. So, yeah, wish me luck in this potential stalker story of my life. If you liked this video, make sure you share it with your friends because I need that. And be sure to give a like and subscribe and have a spooktacular evening. Alright, bye guys.